Hey there, so I get asked by a lot of people what I do at Command Center, how it all runs. And today we have some new owners from Augusta franchisees, some Augusta franchisees that have come to be trained for a week. It's a 4-day training that we do with them. And they're all walking down here on the sidewalk. I'll let you see them. And I'm going to take you into Command Center and let you see a little bit of what it looks like when all of us come here for training. Very hyped group. And I'm going to show you what it's like when they come in for training. This is Brian, and he will be doing the tour with Jaden. And then we have a little caboose.
There he is. How's it going?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's only 13.
Is this everybody? Really? Cool. So I'm Jaden. This is Kate. Welcome, everybody. On the whiteboard over here, we have our quote of the month and the book of the month. We highly value continuing to learn and improve at Command Center, so we do monthly book incentives. If we complete those, we get an extra bonus for the month. We also have our Crush the Rush TV up. Sometimes we'll have the Ring Central Analytics up so we can monitor how quickly we're answering the phone. A little bit of a break room set up here. And then we also have a contest going for the Crush the Rush. So we have incentives on how we can get more tickets with our name put into the raffle. And then at the end of Spring Rush, we're going to draw for it. So, of course, we're all super excited about that. Yep, so this is Command Center. I'm going to have you guys follow me straight to the back, and we'll continue back there.
So I'm going to let you meet some of our members here today. I'm going to let them introduce themselves to you and tell you a little bit about what they do here at Command Center. I'll let this person say who they are.
Hi, I'm April.
And can you tell us what you do here at Command Center?
Yes, I work in the credit card processing. On a monthly basis, we check and reconcile credit card payments with payments in Copilot. I also work on the email team and the scheduling team and invoicing team. Oh, and
Fantastic.
Google Meet.
Wow, you do a lot here. And can you share something about you personally?
No.
April is a wonderful person. She looks 12. She looks very young, but she is a mom and a grandmother of some wonderful people. And we are so privileged to have her here. How long have you been here?
3 years.
Wow, you're one of the longest standing OGs at Command Center, almost as long as we've been here.
Yeah, we had 28 locations when I started.
And how many do we have now, you think?
I know we're over 150.
That's correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So thank you for your service to the franchisees.
Yeah.
And here we have some of our new team members, and we're so excited to have them. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Kate. Notes from me look like that.
Very nice. That is so good for them to hear. And what do you do here?
I answer the phones, I work in the collections department, and I work in the email department.
And how's it been for you so far being here at Augusta?
It's been really nice to have a team environment.
Yeah, how long have you been here?
Roughly 3.5 months.
Incredible. Well, we've just loved having you here. Can you tell us something special about yourself?
I can be bribed with yoo-hoos. Yep, strawberry or chocolate, it does not matter. Yoo-hoos, yep.
Yep, you all remember that. It's very important details. And who do we have here?
I'm Seldom.
And what does Seldom do here?
I answer phones, emails, and chats, and I also handle onboarding and hiring.
And how long have you been here?
A little over a month, not quite 2 months.
And you look like you've been here seasoned. You're
feel
doing
like
very
it.
well. And Seldom is very competitive.
Super competitive.
Yeah, she wants to be the best here, and she's pretty good. So we have a contest of how many calls you can get in a month. Are you going to try to win that?
I think I might.
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to top, so I'm hoping I can.
Where did you work before you came here?
I was doing DoorDash right before I came here, and before that I worked at Wayfair and T-Mobile.
And you answered the phone for all of those companies, correct?
Yeah, phones and emails.
So you have a lot of phone experience and you're pretty comfortable.
I do, yeah.
Yeah, well, tell us something special about yourself.
I know that I look young. I'm actually going to turn 40 in July, and I have 3 kids. 2 are in their 20s and 1 had just turned 14.
Wowzers. Well, yeah, we have all these people that look very young. That's
It's
good.
true.
That shows life is good here at Augusta. And who do we have here? Somebody artistic, I can see.
Yeah,
Yes.
my name is Michaela. I work the phones and I am the master of the phone systems. Any phone calls that come through I can see, and I also take care of all the call rules. So if somebody needs their phone number forwarded to like the franchise specific call queue, I'm the one to get that taken care of.
And what is that on your desk there?
It is a notebook.
Let me see the photo. So it looks like Max is coming to life here. Michaela is an artist, and she makes the most incredible name tags, and she's putting art on everything.
Yes.
Yes, she even has one in there that is coded with Augusta. So can you tell us a little bit about the role that you have and the newest thing that we have started to do here at Command Center that maybe a lot of the franchisees don't even know about? It's just new as of this week. It's a special service we offer them. Can you share?
Yeah, for sure. So we just recently opened up something called post call. So every time somebody comes in, as long as it falls into the correct parameters, so no like duplicate surveys being sent out within like multiple days, people will receive a survey and they can provide feedback to us and our call representatives. So if we get somebody calling in absolutely raving about how awesome we are, we pass that along, and if we get a bad review, we can check it out and see if we can get that fixed.
And so by fixing it, is that coaching the person that was on the phone or calling the customer back and maybe explaining to them further about the situation or trying to rectify the service?
Oh yeah, for sure. So if it's something that we can fix, I've actually done a couple follow-up calls with people who have left feedback for us. And then more recently we had to provide some coaching for somebody who did get a bad review. Just looking it over and just picking and figuring out what may have gone wrong and how to fix that in the future.
Fascinating. And we are excited to see how this makes us better at Command. Thank you for sharing with us. This is actually our training area where we train new hires, and then a couple of these special people were willing to stay over here, and they have this nice little bit more of a private area. And this is where I sit at Augusta, right in the center. And I'm going to take you around here and let you meet some more of our people. I'll have them introduce themselves. So let's check on this lady here and ask her who she is and what she does here at Augusta.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I do the scheduling, invoicing, and hiring departments.
And how does it work when we say we hire somebody? What do we actually do for the franchisee?
We help the franchisee find good candidates.
So you actually would say work with their Indeed account and weed people out, and then do you call the candidate and ask them some preliminary questions to weed them out?
We'll call and do a phone interview, and then anyone that passes the phone interview would get signed up for an in-person interview with the franchisee.
Nice. So you just know what the franchisee has available on their schedule, and you can just pack their schedule with interviews?
Absolutely.
I love that. And the scheduling and invoicing, so you're the lead of this team. So
Yes.
you work with each franchisee when their jobs are accepted to get them on the schedule, and then some of them, what's the frequency of their invoicing?
Either weekly or monthly.
So they're all different. No one does daily?
Only one-time projects get done daily.
Interesting. Okay, well, thank you for your time. Oh, you got to tell us something about yourself.
Oh no. I've got 2 kids, and they take up too much time for any hobbies.
They are your hobbies till they're
Pretty much.
18 years old. And this gentleman, are you on the phone? You're not on the phone?
Not on the phone.
Can you introduce yourself?
Yes, I'm John.
And what do you do here?
A few things. I answer calls as they come in. That can be anything. And then I do some invoicing checks and check the dispatch board. respond to any questions that the franchisees might have. And what else do I do? Or collections. If people aren't paying up, I get to call them. And,
So collections is a really popular service that we offer to the franchisees. So what does that all entail?
well, if invoices are late, we track how late they are in increments. So if it's their first time and they have one bill and they're a little overdue, then we might just call and say, hey, just a reminder, you're overdue a little bit, and we'll guide them how to pay if they want direct ways of doing that. And then if it gets further along, we just kind of ratchet it up a little more with each time. Different ways of saying how they need to pay, or we'll pause services. That's one thing we might do.
And do you actually send them to the collections for the franchisee?
Yes, I don't personally, but I send them to someone who will put them on collections.
Interesting. And what is something special about yourself?
I have some very strange hobbies, I guess. I like to, cooking isn't that strange, but I like to make cheese.
Interesting.
I do sourdough.
Yummy.
I make soap.
Cool.
I like a lot of do-it-yourself stuff.
And do you sell any of these things?
Not yet. I'll take some advice from Mike on how to get started on some of
Yeah, you go, sir. It is
Right.
possible. Well,
That's
thank
right.
you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And over here we have an empty spot, which is Jaden, who you met earlier. Jaden is doing the tour today. I'm going to let you meet one of our new team members if he's not on the phone. And he may be. Is Eli on the phone? You guys are just pretending you're on the phone?
No, I used to tune out the.
Can you introduce yourself to us and tell us what you do here?
My name's Lewis, and I do a lot of the call, email answers and phone call answers.
Okay, how long have you been here?
For a little bit over a month.
And how's it been for you so far?
Incredible. Yeah,
Really?
I
How
love
so?
it. The people, the culture, the environment, everything has just been spectacular. Franchisees and the clients also are up to par, so yeah,
Are you excited to meet some of the franchisees today?
very much so.
Yes. So they'll be taking this tour and then they'll get to come by and say hi to you.
Definitely.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
I am a veteran. I have gotten 2 Purple Hearts for getting injured in Afghanistan, and I have a wife of 7 years.
Wonderful. Well, we are honored to have you here with us at Augusta.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. And Eli disappeared. And there's Marcus. We've all heard about Marcus.
I got something for you.
Oh, cool. What is it?
You want me to show you?
Yeah. This is Marcus Roberts. He is
This
a
is a present
franchisee.
for Liz, Andy's neighbor, beacon of trust.
No way! You got me a jersey?
Number 1.
Oh my
Now
goodness.
you're matching with Lee. I got one
Thank
for Maya,
you.
too.
I love it. I love it. We'll have
You're
to get
welcome.
some pictures with you.
Yeah.
You crazy man. Thank you. Why are you here today?
Is this an interview? Am I
Yeah.
on a wire?
I'm
What's
making
this?
you famous.
Really?
Yes.
Can anything be used against me legally here?
Of course.
Okay, well, I'm not going to say anything. Stopping by, see the franchisees. Looks like they're doing the Command Center tour now.
Yes.
Go to franchise training, hang out with them, but I'm up in town just kind of hanging out, seeing everybody, getting the decals on my truck as well, so just gotta
I
make it
see.
up.
So do a lot of franchisees come up here to our area to have their trucks done?
They do, and especially to fix small equipment and mowers and things like that, it's good to come up to here because it's tough to find a good supplier and for people to fix equipment right away and things like that and to be prompt with it. Anywhere near and around Seattle is people are booked out 4 or 5 months just for repairing a small piece of equipment. So
You even bring your equipment up?
yeah, I brought a couple blowers and everything. So
Wow.
yeah.
Well, thank you for your time. We're excited to hear you
You're
talk
welcome.
today.
Yeah.
So Jaden is still giving the tour. She's showing them every part of Command Center here. Back here is our co-pilot area, and for the media crew, we're trying to keep them all tight so we can talk to them. I'm going to have this person introduce himself to me and tell me what he does here.
I'm Eli. I do onboarding for the franchises.
And what all does that entail?
Well, we just bring them into the command center, do a call with them, and just make sure they know what services they're going to get, and just kind of help usher them into Augusta and what the Augusta systems are.
So is that like an hour or 2 call where you figure out everything in their CRM, their mowing metrics, their
Yeah, it's like a 2-hour call. We just go over all of the co-pilot stuff, go over like command center things, like what other departments they want to get into. So I set up their account and do like a bunch of stuff prior, and so does like a bunch of other people here setting up their estimate calculators and things like that. So it's just fully bringing them from the training over here and then eventually to just like a normal franchisee that we handle every day.
Nice. So you'll meet them today, maybe.
Maybe.
Because they're walking around doing their tour, but you have calls scheduled with all of them in the next couple weeks, right?
Yep. Yeah, I'll meet them all eventually. So.
Yeah, so it's probably pretty overwhelming for them to come and get all this information. And then to talk to you probably helps them feel a little more settled afterwards.
I hope so. I hope
Yeah.
so.
How long have you been here?
I've been here for 2.5, almost 3 years probably.
Yeah, and when you started, what were you doing then as compared to what you're doing now?
When I started, I was helping like 3 franchises. I was their office person, and that was it. I did everything for them.
Just for 3 locations?
Just for 3 locations, yeah.
Wow, and how many altogether do you think we had when you started?
I think we were in the 30s. Yeah.
And now we have over 150, April said.
Got a lot of them now.
Wow. What's your favorite thing about being here?
Favorite thing, honestly, is just watching the franchisees and their businesses grow and then being a part of that and like helping them provide for their families and employees and stuff.
Yeah, so now you're really off the phone for the regular queue for customers that call the franchisees, and you only work with franchisees now, right?
For the most part, yeah, I pretty much just only work with franchisees.
And
Yeah.
then you help train all the other team members here.
Yep, train and then just like help coach people so we all know what we're doing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we are honored to have you here.
Yep.
So love having you. So Eli is what we call the success partner for Lewis. And that's why he's sitting close to him, so that Lewis can learn from him and take over some things from him eventually. This is where Jaden sits, and she's the success partner for this wonderful person. And she can introduce herself to us and tell us what she does here.
Hi, I'm Michaela. I do P4P, I do payroll, and I answer client questions and help them schedule their services.
How long have you been with Augusta?
Just about 3 months.
3 months, and you're already doing P4P and payroll.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
What kind of schooling do you have that would make something like this easy for you?
I have a touch of engineering. I went into engineering in high school, actually, and then I gravitated towards accounting.
Wow. And so why in the world would you want to work at Augusta?
Because Augusta is a great company with a bunch of great people, and it's a great community.
And we're very honored to have you here. Tell us something about yourself.
I just moved here from Massachusetts. Here is in
Incredible.
Washington.
All the way across the world just to work with us.
Oh yeah.
And we're lucky to have you.
Happy to be here.
Thank you. And this person is definitely an OG. Is she on the phone? She is on the phone. So a hi from her. And who is this?
Sorry.
Can you introduce yourself to us and tell us what you do here?
Yeah, I'm Nora. I do quite a few things. Payroll, P4P, QuickBooks, service areas, estimate calculators, a few other things.
So tell us a little bit about the service areas, how that works. I know you update them once a month, but what do you actually do for the franchisee regarding their service area?
Yeah, so basically when they get onboarded, they get a service area and sometimes a legal territory. And then they can email in anytime, and I can update their service area, and then the update just rolls out once a month. I can do recurring areas, one-time project areas, basically anything they ask.
So their legal territory doesn't change, but the areas they service might change.
Yes, correct.
Interesting. Well, thank you. I would love for you to share something about yourself.
I have 3 dogs, and I will take any opportunity to talk about them.
And you own your own house, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, how old are you?
23.
You're very accomplished. And why in the world would somebody as accomplished as you want to be here in Augusta with us?
I just love it. I've been here, 2 years, I think, and I don't know. It's just kind of become like my second home.
Yeah, and you're pretty shy and quiet, and you've really taken on the role of doing this, training, leadership. Do you feel like you've grown a lot personally?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm really proud of the person that you've become and really appreciate that you do work here with us.
Thanks.
You have a wonderful day.
You too.
So I'll give you a broad view of the room here. It's a happening place. People are busy on the phone, but it's still pretty quiet for each of them because they have noise canceling headphones. I'm gonna come in to Kathy. I believe she's on the, are you on the phone? Yes, she's on the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
No, I'm not.
Oh, you're not on the phone.
No. Hi.
Hi, can you tell us who you are and what you're doing right now?
I'm Kathy Ethier, and right now I'm measuring a property to give a mowing quote.
And so how does that work? Do you give it right on the phone while you're talking to a customer?
You can, or people request instant quotes, and which is what I'm working on right now. That comes in through email, and then I create I measure the property, then create the estimate, and then I'll email the estimate to the customer.
How long does that usually take?
Only a few minutes. It depends on how complex the property is. This one was a really easy one to measure. So it takes typically 6-7 minutes to do that. Longer if it's a complex.
Yes.
property.
So you save the franchisee a lot of time by them not having to visit the property.
Yes. Yes, definitely. It saves a lot of time and money because gas is expensive. So
Yeah.
they don't have to do that drive-by.
And if they talk to Grandma Smith and she wants to keep them for an hour,
Yes.
you would rather give Grandma Smith this wonderful quote right away.
Yes, indeed.
I love it. What is something you can share about yourself?
I am a gamer. I've been playing Elder Scrolls Online since it was in alpha, which was right at the beginning of the release to a limited number of people, and that's been over 10 years now.
What did you do before you came to Augusta?
I was a radio announcer. I was a newscaster and reporter for a station in Seattle.
How long have you been here?
I have been here since, well, about a month, since February.
You seem very accomplished for being here such a short amount of time.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I put a lot into this job because I love it.
Yeah.
The team here is excellent.
Well, we love having you.
Thank you.
So privileged to have you here. And I think this gentleman is on the phone, so we're going to spy on him.
Tall, but not quite out of control yet, right?
So Blake taught high school for 20 years. And he has a master's degree.
Is that good?
And he's helping a customer on the phone.
All right.
He's incredibly
All
talented
right.
on the phone.
You're the best. You have an amazing day, and congratulations on getting your name back. All right. Bye-bye. You have a great day.
Did you just say congratulations for getting their name back?
Yes, ma'am.
What does that mean?
Oh, she was telling me that she just got a divorce, and so she got her name back, you know. And
Interesting. So it sounds like you're not just a phone rep. You sound like you're somebody's counselor.
I don't know if I'd go that far. Maybe bartender or something. But no, I find that talking to people while I'm helping them just makes the experience more pleasurable for both of us.
So tell us who you are and what you do here.
Oh, my name is Blake. I answer phones and do OTPs and
What is
help
that?
customers. Over the phone estimates for lawn care services. You know, you can get a mowing estimate or an aeration estimate or overseeding. Well, I can't do the overseeding estimate, but we can do the dethatching estimates. And I like just helping people. So.
What did you do before you came to Augusta?
Oh gosh, I was a teacher for 20 plus years.
What did you teach?
I taught freshmen social studies and AP English and AP social studies and history. Yeah.
What brought you here?
I needed a change in life, and I moved up to Blaine to live on a sailboat and kind of slow down a little bit and just change directions.
Is it overwhelming to learn something entirely new like you've had to do here?
Oh, no. That's one of the benefits of having been a teacher before. I love learning. So anytime I can learn something new, it's actually kind of fascinating. It holds my attention longer. If it's the same thing I've done for 20 years, I suppose, maybe I wouldn't be as interested in learning more about it. That sounds awful, but no, I just like learning.
Well, This is the place to learn. I love learning too.
There is a lot here to learn.
That's for sure.
And I kind of like that I'm picking it up and getting good at it.
Yes. Well, we appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much.
And I'm going to sneak around here to somebody who's very special, very wonderful, and has created wonderful systems here. Who are you and what are you doing?
My name is Brittany. I am the training specialist here at Augusta, and right now I'm actually currently working on a collections quiz.
Interesting.
So the department offers more training materials so that our team can be ready to crush the rush.
And so before you were doing this, you were in the training area that I just showed them over there. And how many weeks of training did you train and how many people?
So it was 4 weeks of training, 2 weeks in-house and 2 weeks virtual. And oh my goodness, I don't know the exact numbers on how many people, but it ranged between 11 and 12 people in each class. And it kind of fluctuated, give and take. So yeah.
Wow, so between 40 and 50 people you had for training.
Yeah.
And you helped us take our systems. It was very rudimentary to begin with. And you, for a few months before that, just took it and just dissected everything and put together a better training plan for us. How was that for you?
It was probably the best time I've had here. It was being able to take what was and create something better and that fit our growth model that we're going through right now. And so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of challenge, but I love a good challenge.
Mm-hmm. Where were you before you came here? You had a management position, didn't you?
Yeah, so before I came here, I was a director of a farm, and so I managed a whole team. And then before then, I taught children and homeschooled, and so teaching has always been my thing. Lots of fun in that area.
Yeah, well, tell us something about you.
Well, about me, I am a whip handler. So I crack a
You're
whip.
going to have to explain that. We're talking a big whip, people.
So I handle whips between 4 feet and 20 feet. Bull whips, which are going to be cow leather, kangaroo leather. So they're pretty big. Usually I do 2. But right now I'm hyper-focused on my balance board, so I've been cracking a whip while I balance on a board. So that's an ADHD talent.
Yeah, see people, we have quite the diversity at Augusta. Yeah. We just take all kinds. Thank you for your time. And we have several more of us here. We'll have you meet this lovely lady, and she can tell us who she is and what she does.
I'm Natalie. I'm a customer resolution specialist here. Basically, I spend all day answering calls and answering people's questions, concerns, and trying to come up with simple and easy resolutions that make everyone happy. And that is currently what I spend 8 hours of my day doing, and I love every second of it.
What did you do before you came here?
I was a general manager for a machinery shop, and I also bartended at a hockey rink on the weekends.
Are there things about those jobs that you feel like have helped you do this job? Because they seem so different.
Yeah, definitely in terms of being a bartender in a hockey rink, my de-escalation skills I would definitely say are top-notch. Having to separate grown men fist fighting and having to talk somebody down on the phone are pretty similar. They don't sound like it, but they are. And then in terms of my favorite thing that I do here right now is create estimates and talk on the phone and get people to accept those estimates. As a general manager at a machinery shop, I did a lot of that on a much larger money scale. And everything I've learned in both of those jobs pretty much just fall right over into this job, and the transition has been, I would say, pretty easy, and I just love coming to work every day.
And we love having you. Can you tell us something about yourself?
I grew up on a goat farm in the middle of the Bay Area. We bred goats, full-blown, milking them, making goat cheese, the whole 9 yards, and I think that is the most unexpected fact about me.
No kidding. Very much so. Thank you for your time. And I'm going to bring you around to an OG who is on the phone, I believe. Are you on the phone?
No, I'm working dispatch boards.
Oh, well, tell us about that. Well, you got to tell us who you are first.
Well, if you don't recognize me, I'm Chris, or Christopher Bishop will be the tag all over your guys' accounts. Currently, I'm reviewing stuff customers sent in, and we're just trying to tie off because, you know, either locations don't have the time, shouldn't have been told, and it's a false alarm, or something in between that. So you watch the most recent one. That one was a false alarm, and gladly closed it off in less than a minute.
Nice. So dispatch board, that's a department here. So what all does it entail?
Well, it entails reviewing everything that is sitting on the board for the day and the day prior. Anything that's come in from your crew members that is an actionable item, we'll try to close off if we can, if you haven't already done so. Or anything that we've sent as a request for you to do, we take a second look at it real quick and see if it's even worth your time, and if we could have closed it in-house with just somebody more experienced handling it.
So it is an incredible department for a franchisee to have and saves them a ton of time.
Oh yeah, and especially headache, because sometimes it does take a little bit of digging, and if you're in the field trying to do that on a cell phone versus a computer that can pull time logs or other crucial pieces of information, it becomes even more time spent. And you know, we can take 10 minutes of our time doing it with every tool and take it off of being half an hour of your time.
Yeah. Well, how long have you been here?
This is my third year. I've gone through 2 full spring rushes and starting the third.
Yeah, and are you excited or are you nervous? How do you feel about this one?
Actually, this has been the best feeling one so far. It's just gradually ramping in. All of the newbies have been taking enough of the load off that I'm not worriedly looking at the computer screen during a random interview just because the phone's ringing.
That's so good. That's good. Well, we love having you here. Chris coaches people and helps them get good at their jobs.
Yeah, and if anyone ever has a tech question, I can take care of it, even if it's out in the field, kind of how to help with phone reading something.
Sweet. Thank you so much. And is this person on the phone?
Hello there. No, I was listening to some Google Leads, actually.
Oh, tell us about that. Well, you better tell us who you are first.
Well, my name is Dean, and I work here at Augusta Lawn Care Services at the Command Center. And Google Leads is an aspect of one of the services we provide to our franchisees, where they can have, you know, your regular, when you search Google, you know, that goes into a database in each individual account, and we look into it and survey them and get the new clients some service. So,
Nice.
yeah.
And what all do you do here at Command in general?
Well, it's a lot of like customer support and franchisee support, and I interact directly with the franchisees and help them through their day if they need something on the spot or what have you. So it's and then also our basic services, calling, answering phones, getting estimates out, you know.
And how long have you been here?
Since about, well, I started at 9. No, I started in August. So it's been a lovely journey.
What did you do before you came here?
I was living in Los Angeles. I was kind of in the entertainment business, and I decided to take a scenic retreat here to the Pacific Northwest. So it's been a good adjustment. You know, you need some diversity in your life.
Yeah, so Augusta was sticky, so you decided to come and help us.
It was great. No, it's been great. And there's a media department that's very convincing and lovely. So
Yes, which
yeah.
we're trying to get you to join.
Yeah, someday, you know, we'll see where we can. I have some ideas. Who doesn't?
Yes, well, I might not want to give you up.
Right. Yeah, it's a pleasure to work for you, Liz.
They will be having a tug of war if they really, really try to take you away.
We'll go top of the pops, as we used to say.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not flipping a coin because it might fall in their favor.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't leave it to chance.
Yeah, so you haven't been here long, but you're on several departments. What all are they?
So there's Google Leads, the collections department, which is, you know, you get to put the screws to people, so to speak, in a gentle and firm way. We also have the email team and Scheduling and invoicing is really fun to kind of, I don't know why I like that. I guess I just like
It's a puzzle.
Yeah, I
It's
like
like a
putting
chess
puzzles
game.
together. Yeah, so I like playing chess and you know, watching the mechanisms, the gears turn. So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we are pretty lucky to have you here. Do you
lucky
remember
too.
the big word you used with me the other day?
You know what? I think it was. I used two, obsequious
Yes.
and alacrity.
Can
And
you tell us what they mean?
So obsequious is like, you know, you're overly servile. It's you know, it's something that it's not. It doesn't quite help to a degree, you know. But alacrity is sort of the opposite, where you a brisk and cheerful readiness, with an emphasis on following through. So we
Can
try
you
to do
guys
things.
tell that Dean is a writer?
We try to do things with alacrity here.
Yes, he
Yeah.
writes movie screenplays.
Yeah, it's a nice. So I want to write a Western. You know.
Are we going to be in it?
That'd be great. Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
I want to ride in on a noble steed.
That you'd be good at that. Wind in your hair. I love it. I can see it all now. Yeah, okay, all right, great. I'm gonna
Okay,
start.
we'll do that. We'll work on that next. And we'll let this lovely lady be a part of our movie too. Who are you?
My name is Papindi.
And what do you do here?
A lot of things. I'm a lead on the newsletters, but there's many other departments that I'm part of, like scheduling, invoicing, emails, dispatch, Google Leads, franchisee support. I think I got it all.
How long have you been here?
Almost a year in April.
And you're training people.
I am. I
Yes.
have some of my trainers here.
So you're what's called a success lead. So what does that mean exactly?
I guess I'm just here to help them out, you know, just hearing their conversations whenever they need some help. They can always put the client on hold and I can help them out, just especially learning through the system and Copilot. Just here to help.
Wow. And I see your lovely nails. Do you have a special occasion?
It's my birthday on Friday.
Ah, happy birthday. Yes,
you.
and you're not going to be here. You're deserting us on your birthday.
I'm not.
Well, I hope you're going to do something fun.
I will.
Tell us something about yourself.
I love to travel. I go to Canada a lot. I don't know. I like spending time with family and friends.
A lot of things that you have shared with me are about the very eccentric weddings that you have.
Weddings, yeah, weddings are fun. I think we have another one, two or three coming up this year again.
And I'm extremely overwhelmed just to hear about them and all that they entail.
The week-long weddings.
Yeah, unbelievable. I hope you elope when you get married.
I will. My wedding will be like 2 weeks.
Oh, great. Great. Well,
you're all invited already.
Okay, thank you. We'll look forward to wearing costumes. And this lady here, is she on the phone?
No.
Ah, tell us who you are and what you do at Augusta.
My name is Cynthia, and I really don't know my role yet. I
Well,
work with
basically, what do you do?
emails
Okay,
and
you're on the
phone.
email team.
Yes.
And what does the email team do?
We go through the franchisees' emails and sort them for them so they don't have to do it themselves. They can just check them. And get rid of any that we think they don't really need. And answer the phones, kind of go through and screen phone calls, I guess, and take care of customers as needed. What else?
That's a pretty big department. Does that
Yeah.
take quite a bit of your time?
Probably about an hour in the morning.
So the franchisees, they can pick from an a la carte menu. So obviously they've chosen email. How many locations do we have, do you think, that have chosen the email offering?
I've only been doing it for about a week. I'd have to say at least 50 that I've seen.
Okay, so some franchisees handle their own, especially in the winter because there's not very many.
Yeah.
But we are into March, so you'll probably have a lot more join this department as we move along into the season.
Yeah, I've noticed that in the last week or so, at least one or two have joined.
What did you do before you came here?
I worked for a temporary agency.
Getting temp workers for companies?
Yes.
And how does that really fit into what you do here? Did any
Just
of that experience help?
A little bit. The diversity of the people that I met and dealt with on a daily basis kind of helps with what I do here.
Nice.
Talking to people on the phone.
And can you tell us something special about yourself?
Well, I have 6 grandkids.
Nice.
Ranging in age from almost 5 to almost 22.
Wow, that is a big range.
And my 18-year-old grandson will be graduating this year, so that's a big deal. And I love to crochet. I am constantly crocheting. It's kind of my zen. So I'm
Nice.
always working on a project.
Well, we appreciate you sharing. How long have you been here?
November?
So not
February.
long.
February.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
February. So
Yeah.
this is March, so not too long.
No, not at all.
Well, we're very happy to have you on our team.
And I'm happy to be here.
Okay, you have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
And we have an empty desk here. Darian is not here, but this is what their little stations look like and how clean and neat they are when they're not here. This person ran away, obviously. But here's somebody we can talk to. Can you tell us who you are and what you do here?
Sure, I'm Stephanie Magdill, and I answer phones. I also work on P4P, and I work yellow slips.
How long have you been here?
Wow, since February 5th.
So not very long, and you're
Yeah, just a
already
couple
doing
months.
some pretty complicated things.
Yeah. it's
What
been
did you
great.
do before?
Well, I was a business analyst for 27 years.
Incredible. Is that why that you would want to be on the P4P team or be good at that right away?
I think so. I think it helps me with paying attention to detail and being able to handle issues as they arise.
And what do you do exactly when we mention the word P4P department?
What do I do?
Yeah.
I smile.
No, I mean like what do they do in that department for the franchisee?
Oh, for the franchisees, absolutely. So we help to determine what percentage of the profits that your employees would get for their productivity. The better they do at their jobs and the more they bring in, then the more that they make in their P4P.
And so do you send them a report at the end of every day or something?
Every day we run their P4P, we calculate it all up, and then we'll send a report out to the employees as well as the franchisee so that you know what's going on and how much each person has made.
How do you feel like your previous skills from your other job has benefited you here?
Well, I think that they have helped me to, again, focus and be able to look at the small things and pay attention to the detail and have a working knowledge of computers helps a lot. And yeah, I just think overall just the attention to detail and being able to calculate the numbers and be comfortable with that.
Can you tell us something about yourself?
Oh, well, I like to make skincare products. I make soap, lotion, all kinds of weird things like that.
Do you sell these?
We're thinking, my daughter and I are thinking about it right now. It's just kind of, we make them and give them out.
Did you know that John Shoesmith over there does this too?
I did not know that, but now I'm going to have to talk to him about
Yes.
it.
So we just found this out too on this video.
Nice. All
Yes.
right. I'm
So
going to have to talk to him about that.
you guys will have to start your
Compare
store.
notes.
Yes, exactly. Well, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Much appreciated.
Thank you.
And here's somebody that you guys might recognize. Just maybe.
Hi there.
Do you want to tell us who you are, how long you've been here, and what you do?
I'm Jerry Panaski, and I've been with the company about 2.5 years now. I was the lead for the collections department, but I've switched up a little bit. Now I'm support for collections, and I'm team lead for the dispatch task board, which is we check 3 times a day any to-dos or drive-by estimates, in-person estimates, to make sure that they have sufficient information, that they actually are something that a franchisee needs to handle. Our goal is to try and keep anything off of there that does not need to be addressed by the franchisee, so he or she can be out in the field getting done what they need to get done.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
How long have you been here?
So it's 2.5 years.
2.5 years,
Uh-huh.
you
Yeah.
said.
Yeah.
And how many franchisees did we have when you started?
Oh, Liz, I'm trying to remember. Was it like 50 something?
It wasn't a lot.
No, it wasn't much. It's just amazing that since I've been here, the different groups that come through, and just watching everyone that's come through today. It's so fun to find out where everyone's from, and then think about how it's just getting filled in all over the U.S. and outside of the U.S. And yeah, it's just, I am an Augusta nerd. I love what I do.
That's great.
And Spring Rush is
How is it when you speak to these franchisees every day and work with them? Do you get pretty attached to them?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's super fun. It's not like, you don't feel like they're, you know, thousands of miles away or whatever, because we're doing chats nonstop through the day or phone calls, and to me the interaction is just amazing, along with the interaction with the awesome team that we have right now. So
You were saying something about Spring Rush. You like Spring Rush?
I love it. I've always, any jobs that I've had, I thrive on mass chaos. I worked for an insurance auto auction yard where first I was a dispatcher, and I dispatched out 100, probably about 20 trucks, 100 to 150 pickups for insurance totals a day.
Wow.
And for a year I did that by myself. And then they promoted me to office manager, but I pretty much think I like the dispatch better.
Yeah, sounds pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Well, we are so honored to have you here. It's so great to work with you and to build this thing with you.
I'm so honored. Thank you, Liz.
Yeah, thank you.
And the whole team.
Yeah, we love our team right now. We love our culture. And we love Jerry. And this is Brian, and he's actually talking on the phone to a franchisee. He's explaining things to them about their P4P and their jobs. He does the coaching with the franchisees for P4P when they first take on that service. So like I said, it's an a la carte service, so they can choose what they want. So if a franchisee chooses to have P4P, then Brian does what's called an onboarding call with them to explain how it all is going to go and what their part is and the employee's part. So he's an integral part of our team. And right here is the person, he is their success lead for them. And I would love for you to have you introduce yourself and tell us what you do here.
Hi there, I am Jessie, and I do a couple things now. So first and foremost, I'm a customer service representative. Our customers always come first for you guys, so that's what we put at the top of the list. And then after that, recently I got joined in to do our Connect teams as a lead, it looks like. And so I'm learning all the back end and how to make our chats work more successfully, add folks as needed, do fun things like celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, because morale is very big and important around here. I'm also, right now, I'm actually working on, it's our Stripe check, so I'm going through and ensuring that all of the Stripe payments are in there and doing any investigation on invoices, because we want to make sure that you guys get paid. And then I also, of course, do our emails and everything, so quite a few things.
So this credit card processing, why do we do this for the franchisee?
I think we do this just to ensure, because payments can be missed. We want to ensure that every dollar that they work for, that they're getting, because they work really hard out in their field, and so do the folks that work for them. So we're just wanting to ensure that the payments match so that they're getting paid properly, and so we can investigate to ensure customers aren't doing things like blocking payments, getting refunds that weren't due to them, and things like that.
So people can use a credit card processor. It goes through a credit card processor when they pay their bill, but you're making sure it actually hits the franchisee's banking account.
Exactly.
And you check that every month for them?
We sure do.
Do you know how many locations are signed into this service?
Oh gosh, no. If I pulled up my document, I would know, but I haven't learned. I know there's quite a few.
Yeah.
Because this is my second month doing it, so it takes some time, but it's well worth the time.
Yeah. How long have you been here?
I have been here since January 22nd, so I'm rounding my 2 months in here.
Yeah. Why do you think there's so many new people here?
I would say the growing franchise, and I think people are finding more and more value in allowing us to do services for them so they can focus on their crew and the areas that they are in. We're also expanding, which is wonderful. So.
Yeah, and doing this service of checking their credit cards is something that would be very laborious for them to have to check in, make sure, then go after the money. So this is a pretty important job. And the Connect team that you were talking about, that's our platform that we use to text the franchisees and to text one another and work together throughout the day. So I have asked Jesse to be on this team and be in charge of it, which has been a huge blessing and much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Tell us something about yourself.
I really actually love to work. I am someone who multitasks really well. Tedious tasks that people don't enjoy doing, I love to take that off their plate. And I also love to help foster and find homes for animals.
Incredible. You actually have something going on here right now. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, of course. So our local shelter is actually very low on food. So when someone goes in to, say, surrender a pet, their first question they ask them is why. They want to know if there's a medical need, and 9 out of 10 times it's they can't afford to feed them. And so they actually have a pantry that they allow them to come to and get food to feed their pets, because they want to keep the pet in the home as best as they can. Right now their shelves are empty, and so we have some really wonderful staff who brought in very large bags of food, treats, blankets. So yeah, we have a wonderful staff, so we're going to be donating that this week, and then I'll bring it back here and keep going.
That's so cool. Well, thank you for your time. I appreciate you sharing, and I'm so thankful you're on our team.
Thank you.
And here is somebody who cracks me up all the time. He's always getting in trouble, always causing drama, pretending he's ignoring me right now. This is the one and only. Dun da da da. You're gonna have to introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Clay. I'm busy.
He's trying to get me to go away, but what do you do here?
I take calls, I do collection calls, I sometimes have to send the collections, which I don't like doing, but it's a necessary thing sometimes.
Are you pretty good at getting money from customers that we're going to send to collections?
I do, I think so. Some are really willing to, some people are not, and some people are just, I don't know, in between. Some people say they'll pay and they won't, some people will say they will, they do.
Yes.
And some people say they never got our services and they don't know what we're talking about.
Of course not.
Of course, you know, those kind of people are just luckily few and far between.
Yes, yes. Well, I heard you're really good at doing that. So there's something that happens every month that you seem to be the winner of. Can you share with us what that is?
Making the most calls or taking the most calls?
Yes, so
Yeah.
taking the most and making the most. You are the undefeated winner.
Just because Liz won't let me take any time off.
Yeah, whatever.
Now she's trying to get me to work more days.
I am people. You know, people this good should work more.
People are this good. Should get more time off so they can rest, become even better than when they are.
Oh, that's how it's supposed to work. Well, this is Augusta, so people might find us a bit different. Tell me something about yourself.
I don't know. What do you want to know?
What'd you do before you came here?
Oh, gee, I was an accountant. I was also a landscaping caretaker at a cemetery. That's where I learned a lot of what helps me with this job. Because when people ask me questions like, what's dethatching, what's aeration, what's overseeding, I know that from my previous job, so it kind of gives me the knowledge to be able to explain that.
Mm-hmm. And you're an accountant
Actually sound
also.
like a person instead of sound like somebody reading off a label off a, a grass seed, bag of grass seed or whatever. I actually talk like a real human, not like a robot.
Yeah, so you're an encyclopedia.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
So I'm not that outdated, I hope. I'm more like a Google.
Oh,
I'm a
I
human
see.
Google. Yeah.
I see. You're Poly AI.
Yes.
Yes. Chat GPT.
No, I'm better than Chat GPT.
Oh my
And
word,
I'm
people.
almost as good as Max.
See what I'm saying? He cracks me up.
Almost as good as Max, though.
Okay, well, you keep working on that.
I'll try.
We'll keep working on Max.
You just got to give him an accent.
Yes, we could do that. Well, thank you for your time. I'm so happy to have you here. You've come a long way.
I have. I came all the way from the front door to here.
Thank you for everything. You have a good day. So our franchisees are headed out now. They are headed to the Bellingham shop, and they will be visiting our Bellingham location where we have all our trucks and our crews, and we appreciate them being here today, and I appreciate you all. I'll give you a back look at the whole room. Now that they've left, it's pretty calm and quiet, but here we are. That is your tour of the Command Center in Blaine, Washington.
Good? Okay, and now I'm going to focus on the mic.
Can you do it again?
Oh, okay, good call. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's smart.
So you're just like completely blurred out.
We pick bi-weekly. So this is what it's going to look like for our team at Bellingham. These are real screenshots from real employees at Bellingham in previous years. So we'll look at Jeremy here. This is the week here of 9/12, all right? Regular hours, he clocked 35 hours, okay? His base plus overtime was $630.30. His total P4P was $849.06. That means his performance dollar bonus is $218.76. Not bad. Okay, the week of 9/19, he worked 38 and a half hours. He did $693.30. He made $859.39 on P4P. Total performance dollar bonus was $166.09, meaning he's going to get a payroll bonus of $384.85. Okay, so you guys see how week to week it breaks it down. That's a really nice snapshot for you as well to go and look, who are my high performers, who are my low performers. Now you're going to get those 3D notifications, but I like looking at this strictly from a numbers perspective, right? And when this number is way higher than this number, we need to talk to that employee, right? If their base pay is extremely high and their PPP is very low, and the performance dollars is negative, yes, this will calculate a negative number, that should be red flags. We need to talk to that employee, we need to get them trained up. Questions on this? Manager's reports?
So I've grown at the Bellingham shop. I started my own franchise using the 3F program, and now I'm teaching others to hopefully start their own franchises or their own businesses too. So it's all come kind of full circle right now, but I'll share a little bit, and then what Mike always talks about is in all of our businesses focus on hiring and sales. So I have a couple tips that really have helped me out in my journey in doing that, and I'll share a little bit. But quick rundown of my life. At 2019, right after I finished high school in Montana, that's where I was born and raised. I moved over here to Washington, just trying to get out of town, find something new, and to maybe go to college here. They got this big Western Washington University, so that's what I was thinking of doing. But basically, through my application, a couple places just to get some cash. So there's like a sort of in-state tuition thing where you have to be living and working in the state for 2 years before you go to college. So it's a lot cheaper. You're like in-state tuition basically. So that's what I planned on doing. Basically, Liz, neighbor back there, she interviewed me. I threw my application online through Craigslist. She interviewed me. She made a huge mistake in hiring me because I completely lied on the resume. My whole resume was a bunch of experience I didn't have and a bunch of lies. But in hindsight, I would do it again because it's a great opportunity. And but I had Liz fooled. Actually, one of my references on the resume was my girlfriend's dad that I said I had worked for because he had a construction company, but I put my brother's phone number down. And she actually called the reference, and my brother picked up pretending like he's this Hispanic guy. And it was really funny, but she bought it. So Liz made a big mistake, but I got hired. And I said I had all this experience, and she said, "Have you ever used a zero turn before?" And I said yes, but I didn't even know that was a mower. But so they put me on it, and sure enough, I made a big mistake. This guy was selling his property. He's like, "Just do one mow service, get it looking good before I sell this property." Perfect. Got on the zero turn, went into the backyard. There's a lot of water. It's pouring down rain. He had his sprinklers on too. And to top it all off, he had a little hot tub in the backyard that was leaking water into the backyard. So all the water from Earth is in this one little area that I got the zero turn stuck in. And I was going back and forth to try to get it out, and I created this huge mud pit. So we ended up coming back, new soil, new sod over the top. Even with the new sod, I mean, it doesn't look like the existing lawn. So it looks pretty weird for him trying to sell the property. The guy was super upset, but they didn't fire me for it, so I'm happy about that.
So we're at the end of the day. We're at the end of day 2 of our training, and I just showed you a tiny little bit of it today. but we are a happening place, and we would love to have you join. We just wanted to have you see a little bit, though, of what we do all the time, where I am every day. Today I showed you a little bit of Command Center and some fun things. Later on, this is our studio here, and we appreciate all of our viewers, our supporters, and I just wanted to give you a little bit of a window into Augusta Nation, behind the scenes, how it all rolls. And I love you all.